You meet someone incredible. Your heart races. You want to impress them, so you become the perfect person, agreeable, accommodating, endlessly understanding. You text back immediately, say yes to everything, and avoid any hint of conflict. 6 weeks later, they tell you they just don't feel that spark and want to be friends. You're left wondering what went wrong when you did everything right. This happens because being too nice creates a psychological phenomenon called the gray rock effect in romantic contexts. When you eliminate all friction, disagreement, and unpredictability from your personality, you become emotionally invisible. Your crush starts seeing you the way they see beige wallpaper, pleasant enough, but completely forgettable. The irony cuts deep. You think kindness and agreeability will make you more attractive. Instead, you've created the emotional equivalent of white noise. Robert Cialdini explains in Influence that humans are naturally drawn to scarcity and challenge. When you make yourself completely available and predictable, you violate this fundamental psychological principle. Think about your most memorable relationships, romantic or otherwise. They probably involved people who surprised you, challenged your thinking, or created some emotional tension. That tension wasn't toxic drama. It was the natural friction that happens when two authentic people with different perspectives interact honestly. Your need to be perpetually nice often stems from a deeper fear. You believe that if people see your real opinions, preferences, or boundaries, they'll reject you. This fear drives you to present a sanitized version of yourself, one that agrees with everything and never rocks the boat. You become what psychologists call a chameleon personality, constantly shifting to match what you think others want. The problem isn't that you're kind. Kindness is attractive. The problem is that you're performing kindness while suppressing everything that makes you uniquely you. Your quirky opinions about movies, your passionate rants about topics you care about, your weird sense of humor, your firm boundaries, these aren't flaws to hide. They're the very things that create genuine connection. Mark Manson writes in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck about the importance of being willing to displease some people to attract the right people. When you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one. Your future partner isn't looking for a human mirror who reflects their every preference back at them. They're looking for someone with their own substance. Consider what happens in your brain when someone is too agreeable. The unpredictability that creates excitement disappears. There's no mystery to solve, no personality to discover. You've given away all your cards in the first few conversations. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky's research shows that intermittent reinforcement, unpredictable rewards, create stronger psychological bonds than constant validation. This doesn't mean you should become difficult or manipulative. It means you should become authentic. Share your real thoughts about the restaurant choice. Express genuine enthusiasm about your interests, even if they're niche. Disagree respectfully when you actually disagree. Set boundaries when something doesn't work for you. Your authentic self includes rough edges, strong preferences, and occasional moodiness. These aren't bugs in your personality software, they're features. They create the emotional texture that makes relationships interesting and meaningful. The fear of being too much keeps you small. You worry that your real personality might overwhelm someone, so you dial everything down to a safe, beige middle ground. But the right person for you isn't looking for beige. They're looking for someone whose colors complement their own, creating something beautiful and complex together. Start practicing selective authenticity. Choose one genuine opinion to share per conversation. Express one real preference, even if it might cause minor friction. Notice how people respond when you show your actual personality instead of your customer service version. Some people will lose interest when you stop being endlessly accommodating. Let them. They weren't attracted to you anyway. They were attracted to the convenience of someone who never challenges them. The people worth your time will appreciate your substance. Your niceness becomes attractive when it's a choice you make from a position of strength, not a desperate strategy to avoid rejection. When you know you could speak up, disagree, or walk away, but you choose kindness instead, that kindness has weight and meaning. The goal isn't to become less kind. The goal is to become kind and interesting, generous and authentic, caring and complex. You can be all of these things simultaneously when you stop trying to minimize yourself to fit into someone else's comfort zone. Stop being forgettable in your quest to be likable. The right person will remember you not because you were perfect, but because you were real.